So what's it really going to cost you to rent a single family home in the northern portion of Miami-Dade County? And I'm not talking about the Zillow number, and I'm not talking about the advertised rent. The real number that it costs with everything added up. Because here's what most relocation clients don't realize. The monthly rent is not the number that determines whether this is going to work for you. Stick around, because by the end of the video, I'm going to show you the numbers that almost everybody gets wrong. They just don't think about it in the right sense. Now, before we talk about price, let's actually define the map. When I say the northern part of Miami-Dade, I'm talking about North Miami, North Miami Beach, Miami Gardens, Biscayne Gardens, Golden Glades, Miami Lakes, Miami Shores, Opa-locka, and all the unincorporated pockets, between 79th Street all the way north to the Broward County line, which is about 215th Street. This part of the county is what I call the access corridor. And you might be asking yourself, well, why do you call it that? Well, it's because you're connected to I-95, the Turnpike, the Palmetto, and US 441, which means commuting north or south is really practical. However, the location alone doesn't determine the rent. So let's break down pricing. And we're going to start off with entry-level rentals, which is going to start at $2,800 to $3,400 a month. And typically you're looking at 2 to 3 bedrooms in the 900 to 1,400 square foot range, like this 3-bedroom, 2-bath in North Miami Beach on about 1/8 of an acre, completely remodeled, about 1,200 square feet of living space, and has a fully fenced backyard for extra privacy, asking $3,200 a month. You'll find rentals like these mostly in Golden Glades, Biscayne Gardens, Miami Gardens, and some inland North Miami and North Miami Beach, and then in some certain parts of Hialeah as well. Now, full disclaimer, from $2,800 to about $3,000, you may not get impact windows, you may not get central AC, and the finishes may be extremely basic. However, once you cross into about $3,100, the condition does improve quickly. Now remember, the rent is not the number most people miscalculate. We'll come back to that in a bit. But first, let's talk about our next step up, which is mid-tier rental homes in the $3,500 to $6,000 a month range. Now, this is where most find something that they like, and I'm sure that you will too. And in fact, I'm almost 99% certain that this is a fact, because I'm working with people relocating to the area every single week. Days, nights, and weekends, just shoot me an email and I can help you too. Myself and my partners are licensed realtors, and we help people just like yourself find the right home in the right neighborhood. So shoot us an email if you want some help. Now back to that mid-tier range. Typically, you're gonna find 3 to 4 bedrooms here, anywhere from 1,500 square feet to about 2,200 square feet. Almost always with updated kitchens, almost always with central AC, and almost always with larger fenced backyards. Like this 4-bedroom, 2-bath on a big 1/3 acre lot right outside of Biscayne Park. At 2,200 square feet, it's well maintained since its last renovation, and it also has a huge backyard. Asking price at $4,500 a month. In this price range, you're going to be seeing homes in North Miami, North Miami Beach, Miami Lakes, entry-level Miami Shores, and stronger sections of Miami Gardens. Condition definitely improves here, and there are many renovated homes that have been renovated in the last 5 to 15 years. With that in mind, it's important to note that the renovation level drastically changes price. 2 houses on the same street can easily differ by $500 to $1,000 depending on said updates. Because in Miami, the reality is that kitchens and impact windows drive rent more than the bedroom count in some cases. And before we go into the high-end rentals, let's talk about what else drives pricing. In addition to the renovation level that I just mentioned. A couple of things are going to be the lot size, the home size, whether there's a pool or not, whether there's a garage or not, and how many spaces for cars in that garage, community gated access, school zones, highway proximity, and definitely central cooling and air. That's a really, really important one. Last one on the list is the age of the home. Now let's talk about that high-end section, and I don't mean luxury properties. That's a completely different category. This is just on the higher end of nicer rentals. In this zone, you're going to be about $6,000 to $8,000 a month. Typically, you're going to see a minimum of 4 bedrooms, but up to 5 or 6, 2,500 square foot plus of living space, almost always impact windows, definitely modern kitchens, large fenced yards, and more gated community options. You also have more chances that there's going to be something with a pool. Check out this 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath home in Miami Lakes on a little over 1/8 of an acre of a lot. At 3,100 square feet with an attached 2-car garage, it definitely kind of makes up 100% for that smaller lot size. And this one is in a gated community, so you also get to take advantage of the community clubhouse, the community pool, and the on-site security guard. Asking price is $6,500 a month. You'll find rental properties like this one in Miami Lakes, Miami Shores, Biscayne Park, and certain gated pockets of North Miami like Keystone Point. At this level, you're definitely paying for condition and security and location refinement. However, larger rent does not always mean larger lot. perfect example is the one that I just shown. That home commands $6,500 a month because you're paying for amenities and security, not lot size. So you have to factor each thing individually. Now let's talk about what most relocation clients that I talk to miscalculate. It's not the monthly rent, it's the total monthly carrying cost. And the reason that they miscalculate it, sometimes they're not even thinking about it, but sometimes they're thinking about it, with regard to the numbers where they actually came from. And you can't do that. Obviously, Miami is going to be a different city and there's going to be different costs associated. So let's talk about some of those. In single family rentals, unlike apartments, water is usually not included. Now that's going to run you somewhere from $100 to $125 a month. Trash and sewer is usually not included as well, which in North Miami, for example, can cost you about $60 a month. Electric is definitely not included, and for a single family home, that's going to run you around $300 a month. What about lawn care? Often your responsibility, although I do see some landlords that like to take care of that. That's going to run you $50 to $100 a month. Pest control, definitely your responsibility. Normal service is every 3 months, and it's about $150. So that tacks on about $50 a month. And what about pool service? Sometimes that's yours, sometimes that's on the landlord. But if it's your responsibility, that can cost $100 to $150 a month for full service. So that's roughly $550 a month if you do not have a pool home, which means that a $3,800 rental could easily become $4,400 when everything is added up. And that's the number that actually determines whether the house is a fit for your budget. Most people just look at the rent. Smart renters do their research and look at the total cost. And I know that's you because you're watching this video. Now remember, if you're thinking about relocating to Miami and you're looking to navigate a purchase or a rental, reach out. Myself and my team would be happy to help you. Until next time, God bless and be well.